And now we're going to look at a second way on how we can solve systems algebraically, so using our math. This way is called solving systems by combination, but it's also called elimination. So you'll hear it used both ways, combination or elimination. Either way you want to call it, what we're doing is we're going to add our equations together. And when we do that, our goal is to cancel out a variable. So that's why it's called combination. We're combining them together, adding them together. It's also called elimination sometimes because we're eliminating one of the variables. And I'm going to break this down into 3 different parts. So the first part is going to be like question numbers 1 and 2, where the equations are already set up perfect for this method. So I'm going to add these together, almost like we did in elementary school. We're going to add down. 7x plus 5x is 12x. Positive 2y plus negative 2y actually makes 0. It cancels out. So there's where we're eliminating that variable. It just goes away and makes 0. Then drop down the equal sign. Negative 6 plus 6 also happens to make 0. But because we still have a variable left, we got to keep solving. So then we solve this equation. The opposite of multiplying by 12 is to divide by 12. And then x equals 0 divided by 12 is 0. And remember, when we're solving systems, we need 2 answers, an x and a y. So we have half of it now. We have the x value. So here's our first part of our answer. We know x is 0. Now this part is just like we did for substitution, where now that I know x, I'm going to plug that in for x and then figure out my y. So I can take this x value and I can go to either equation. It doesn't matter. I'm going to choose this one here. So 5x minus 2y equals 6. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in, I know that the x is 0. So this x, I'm going to replace it with 0. So instead of 5 times x, it's now 5 times 0 minus 2y equals 6. And then we just solve that. 5 times 0 is 0. It just goes away. So we have negative 2y plus 6. Divide by that negative 2. So our y value has to equal 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. So now we have our whole answer. The x value is 0. The y value is negative 3. We're going to do the same process for number 2. So I'm going to add these together. 4x plus negative 4x is 0, so that just cancels out. It's eliminated. Y, which is really a hidden 1 here. So 1y plus 2y is 3y. Drop the equal sign. Negative 4 plus 16 is positive 12. And then we finish solving the equation. Opposite of multiplying by 3 is to divide by 3. So our y value has to equal 12 divided by 3 is 4. So we have our first part of our answer. We know the y equals 4. And then we're going to go up to either equation. This time I'm going to choose this top one here. So that's the 4x plus y equals negative 4. And the y, I'm going to replace the y with 4 because that's what it equals. So then that's going to look like 4x plus, and now replace y with the 4 is equal to negative 4. And then we solve this equation. So minus 4 from both sides. Our goal is to get that x by itself. Negative 4 and negative 4 make negative 8. Careful with your integer rules there. Use a calculator if you need to. And then the opposite of multiplying by 4 is to divide by 4. And we get x equals negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. So then our answer to this system is going to be the x is negative 2, the y is 4. Remember, that means that these values, x is negative 2, y is 4, is going to work in this equation and the second equation. Or if I were to graph them, this is the ordered pair where they would cross on the graph. So this is the easiest way to do elimination, is when they're set up so that one variable automatically is going to cancel for us. We're going to look at a couple other ways where we have to do a little bit of extra work to make one of those variables cancel.